This is my fantasy challenge team right now. In this video, I will show you something that will give you an advantage if you decide to play the new game mode. So, the biggest difference between classic FPL and the FPL challenge is that there is no deadline. So how can we take advantage of this? Let me explain. As mentioned, there is no deadline. You can make changes during the game week. Number 2, 5 players from one team, so don't restrict yourself to have only 3 players from one given team. There's a different challenge every week. I'm not sure how this will affect our decision making, but right now I know there is unlimited budget. I know that next week there will be something about a given fixture, and I also read something about striker getting double points. There's only weekly scores, so if you do really bad, then no worries, you start on 0 points the next week. Back to my team. The reason why I have 3 Newcastle players on my bench is because they are playing in the early fixture. Having 3 players in the early fixture gives you a huge advantage, because in this game mode you can make transfers whenever you want, and having someone on your bench that has already played is a really nice thing. So let's say that Dubravka, Isaac and Trippier does really well in the early kickoff against West Ham. Then I can easily transfer out Kelleher, Rashford. Of course, there's a risk that the players you are transferring out could do well, but you know that the players that will come in will do a good job. The main point is that you should bench players from the early kickoff, and if they do well, if they score 6 points or more, transfer out someone in your starting 11 with someone that is injured or will not feature in that given game week. Then your bench players who have done well can definitely come in and give you points for that game week. So this is a huge advantage if you want to do well at the new fantasy challenge game. This team is subject to change. I might swap a couple of players before the deadline, but just to make sure, I will continue making original Fantasy Premier League content. If I find the time, I will give you an update on the Fantasy Challenge as well. But my main priority is to make content about the original FPL game. If you missed it, make sure to check out my Game Week 30 selection and also my update on Game Week 30 to 38.